So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why most agents fail at cold calling and how to actually fix it and turn it into a listing machine. So let's get into it. So most agents I talk to every day, they ask me, is cold calling dead? Cold calling doesn't work anymore, and they stop cold calling right away. Okay. But the reality is, bad cold calling doesn't work. It's not the whole cold calling system and the whole cold calling thing. It's the bad cold calling. Okay, and the goal in this video is I'm going to show you exactly and break down the three main points agents fail because of them at cold calling, and how to actually fix each one of them and turn your cold calling into a listing machine and close like 4, 5, 7 listings every single month, like agents I speak to every day. So let's get into it. The problem right now is why most agents fail and struggle with cold calling. Okay, it's some other reasons, or some reasons. There are three main reasons that they call once, they get rejected, and then they quit right away. They don't wait for the results to pop up. Okay, and the second thing is they sound scripted and robotic. They don't sound like a human being, because most people out there, they want to talk to humans. Okay, they don't want to talk to someone that they feel like, are you an AI? Because some agents, they tell me that people tell say or when they talk to people tell them, are you an AI, or are you an AI agent, or something like that, because they sound super robotic. Okay, the third thing is they focus on pitching instead of listening to people and asking them the right questions in order to let people speak, let people open up and tell them what is the real problem, what is the real objection. It's not like, I'm gonna think about it, okay, I'm gonna ask my wife, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna uh, sell this house anymore or not, or this or that, because they don't feel comfortable to tell you the truth, because you pitch them, you sell them the thing. Okay, and the end result is they feel frustration, they burn out, and there is no appointment anyway. Okay, no appointments in their calendar. Okay, so the reason, or the number one thing that I want to talk about is focusing on selling, not listening. This is the most like issue, or the most problem that I hear every single day, or that I see when I talk to agents. They focus on selling and they don't listen. Okay, the mistake here is agents jump into a pitch right away. They don't ask, they don't listen anyway. Okay, even if they asked, they don't listen. Okay, they want to say what's turning into their head, into like, okay, I'm gonna say this thing, I'm gonna say that thing, and they don't think about what the prospect is saying. They think about what they're gonna say next. Okay, and because of that, the prospect feels like they sold to. Okay, they shut down, and they don't speak, because they feel like, if you feel like the other person is selling you something, you're not gonna be honest with them, because they know, you know, their intentions. Okay, and in order to fix it, you have to treat calls as conversations, not sales pitches. Okay, it's like a conversation you have with your partner, or your dear friend, or something like that. Okay, ask open-ended questions, let them talk, show them genuine interest, and the homeowner in their situation, in their specific situation. Be interested in their situation actually, and how to fix it, and figuring out, okay, this way we're gonna fix it, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, in order to fix that problem. And the second thing that I want to speak about right now is no consistency or system in their business, or in their cold calling system. Okay, the mistake is agents make a few calls randomly, and that makes them stop when results don't come quickly. Okay, because if you say, okay, I'm gonna do 150 calls every single day, and you do today like 35 calls, tomorrow you did 54, 67, you're not gonna get the results that you want, because you're not putting the input that you actually said, or you actually decided. Okay, and you build a follow-up schedule, but this is the problem: you don't build the follow-up schedule because you don't see the real important in follow-ups. Okay, and even if you do that, You don't use a CRM or simple tracker or stay organized. You have to do that. The key idea here is cold calling only works when it's consistent, when you do the same thing every single day. The boring thing like tracking the sheet, put in your number and the tracking sheet in your in your CRM, put in your leads, put in your, okay, I'm gonna follow up with this person this day, I'm gonna call this person that day, and all of that stuff. Okay. So what I want to speak about also is the reason number three, which is the use outdated scripts and the position themselves super weak. What I mean by that is the mistake here is they use the same old, are you thinking about selling, do you when will you sell your home, all of these questions that you absolutely know. They every homeowner get asked this question super many times every single day. It's like they're not thinking about the answer, they say the answer right away because they got used to this question. So they remind the question, or they remember the question that you ask, and then they remember the answer that they're gonna tell you without even thinking about the question. Okay. Homeowners have heard it so many times, as I told you, 1,000 times every single day. Okay. So the fix here is use fresh value driven scripts. Okay. Don't use the old scripts. The homeowners that you're talking to, they don't know that you use script. Okay. If you sound like a human being, they don't know your script. So it's super fine to change some things in your script. You don't have to say word for word. This the prospect that you're talking to, the homeowner that you're talking to, they don't know that you have script. They don't know the script either. Okay. So it's fine to say this word instead of that word. It's super fine. And you also have to position yourself as a market expert. What I mean by that is share insights, what's selling in their area. Tell them some value. When you follow up with value. When you call them, call them with value. Don't call them to ask anything, okay? Because this is the only way